I'm SriniVas R. I'm professor of ophthalmology at UCLA and the Doheny Eye Institute. I've been at Doheny for almost 20 years now. I've actually been in clinical practice of retina for more than 20 years, starting initially at the Wilmer Eye Institute and Johns Hopkins, where I did all of my medical school and ophthalmology residency and retina fellowship and neuro-ophthalmology fellowship training. And since then, I've been primarily in medical retina with a research focus and a clinical focus as well in medical retinal diseases, retinal imaging, both at the basic science, translational, as well as clinical research level. Ryans Retina, even for myself, many years ago as a trainee, it's always been the reference textbook for retina and retinal care. And one of the great things that I've observed in seeing the evolution of Ryans Retina from the first edition now to the seventh edition is really that it's really kept us up to date with regards to the rapidly changing aspects of retina. Compared to really, in my opinion, all ophthalmic subspecialties, retina is really moving the quickest. There's so many innovations in so many different aspects of retina, whether we're talking about the fundamental disease mechanisms and pathophysiology, the underlying genetics underpinning these diseases, but also so many advances and innovations in retinal diagnostic technologies, as well as novel therapeutics. And so this is really required, I think, the textbook also to be nimble, to reflect these changes in the field, changes in our approach to retinal diseases. So that's a really difficult question because there's so much new ground in the textbook. In every edition we go through this, especially this edition, though, there's so much new information. There have been many new chapters with regards to AI, and also expansion on pachychoroid or venous overload choroidopathy diseases, new manifestations of neurodegenerative diseases in the retina, the microbiome, as well as OCT angiography. But if I had to pick a couple that I think are especially exciting, I'd say one in particular is the artificial intelligence chapter. It's something that's transforming ophthalmology and retina as well. There's so many applications, and I think it's vital that retina specialists and ophthalmologists become very well versed in the lingo, the terminology, and have a real fundamental understanding of how this works and how it may be relevant to the future of our practice. So I'm really excited about that edition in the textbook. Also, a transformative diagnostic technology has been OCT angiography. And of course, it's been mentioned in the past, but now it really, I think, has a dedicated chapter. It's very deserving, given the important role that OCT angiography now plays in clinical care. And so the intention really is this is going to be the reference that people can go to for really getting well immersed in OCT angiography, especially the critical elements that's necessary in practice and clinical research. So the retina and retinal diseases and retinal care, it's really a imaging and picture based specialty, and so the quality of illustrations is vital to the textbook, and that's where having this huge compendium of high quality images, including the fact that we had over 700 new images in this edition, is really I think a key aspect of the text. And the types of images, I think, are really quite diverse. I mean, these include not just clinical and surgical photographs, of course, as well as diagnostic imaging related the photos as well, but also anatomical illustrations, decision trees, graphs. I think all of these things really aid to allowing one to consume very easily this very detailed material, and I think that the illustrative content of the book is quite vital. Also, the fact that there are so many video clips, including 35 new ones just in this edition alone, is really pretty special, because especially for surgical content, it's sometimes difficult even in words to describe approaches to surgery. And so some of the new videos include, for example, scleral inlay for recurrent optic nerve pit maculopathy, which I think is a very interesting and exciting technique. How to manage some traumatic disorders with contact lenses, and of course, this very difficult challenge of proliferative vitreoretinopathy and how to deal with recurrent retinal detachment in that context. I think those are very important videos, as well as videos on new approaches to asteroid hyalosis. So I'm very excited by this video content, which I hope that consumers of this text will find to be a valuable addition. It's been really a privilege to serve as the editor-in-chief for this 7th edition. As I said, I'm very excited about it, that there's so much new information, and I'm really excited that it conveys the state of the art of our field. But really, I think all the credit goes, and it's only possible due to the contributions of the tremendous authors and contributors to these chapters. In fact, we have over 300 contributors from around the world who are really at the forefront of the field. I mean, these are the true experts. And to me, that's actually perhaps the most exciting thing, is that you're getting content, I think, from people who are truly the experts on that topic. None of this would be possible without the fantastic team of co-editors that I have in making this textbook possible. I want to acknowledge them in particular by name. The late David Hinton, who did a phenomenal job with the basic science section. Also Bailey Freund and David Sarraf, who were instrumental for the imaging and diagnostics section, as well as medical retina. And of course, Andy Schachat, of course, was a huge contributor to the medical retina and the oncology sections of this textbook. And Pat Wilkinson and Peter Wiedemann once again did a phenomenal job with the surgical component of this textbook. So again, these fantastic co-editors that I've been really privileged and honored to work with, along with the tremendous authors and contributors of these chapters, really made this textbook possible.